Hey guys, so I'm going to finally respond to all the messages or the message that I got from putting out my advice video. If you haven't watched it, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I will also, for one, I will put the link in the down bar, and two, it's basically, I just decided to kind of do like advice videos because I really love helping people, and I hate seeing people, or knowing that someone's in need of help and not helping. So I love being helpful to others. I love giving advice, and that's one thing that kind of like in my group of friends, I'm kind of like the advice giver, I guess you could say. A lot of people come to me for advice about fashion, boys, anything personal. So it's kind of great to kind of have that little title, I guess you could say. So I just wanted to kind of make videos about it because I thought it'd be a great idea to kind of help my subscribers because they're subscribed to me, and just helping in return. I'm going to keep these anonymous. I don't know if you guys want me to say your names, but I'm just going to keep this anonymous. I got a message, and I'll read the message to you guys. And also, one thing that I'd love if you guys would do is kind of put your input in the below bar as well, because I know that we all have different opinions, so it'd be good to kind of share our opinions, so I could see like the difference between everyone's opinions and mine. So yeah, and here we go. She had a question, and it was, what do you do to get through difficult times? I know that's pretty broad, but I think it's a good question because lots of people turn to drugs or cutting or something. I am in grade 11, and I recently went through a divorce, which was really hard, and my brother's addicted to drugs, and I really just want to focus on having fun and being a teenager, but it's hard when I feel overwhelmed with the stress of my life at home. Okay. And another thing I would love your input on is feeling lonely and left out. I know that many girls feel this way, so it'd be a great video to do. Most of my really tight friends went to a different school this year. I still have friends in my school, but it's been harder because I don't have many super close friends anymore. I just kind of feel like it's hard. I cannot read. I'm like half blind. Sorry, guys. I just kind of feel like it's hard to try to make that connection with new people. Break the barrier between acquaintanceship and close friendship. I would love if you did a video on making friends because I know that you have been going through that at your new school. I totally need my glasses, sorry about that. So in the first paragraph, she made a really good point, and the first paragraph was about how to get through difficult times, and she mentioned that, a lot of people they turn to drugs, or they turn to cutting themselves, or they turn to bad things like that, and it's the truth. It's so honest. Our youth has been going through this. This is what our youth has been turning to get through difficult times and emotional moments in their life, and it's really sad, but it's the truth, and I hope that this advice helps you, or I hope that something else works out for you, but I just hope that you don't turn to this stuff because it's not healthy and it's not good for you, obviously, at all. So I hope that you listen carefully to my advice, not that it may be the best, but I just hope that it is helpful to you. So how do I get through difficult times? There are 3 things that I do to get through difficult times. Number 1 is I eat. When it has to do with more of an emotional, sad moment, I eat. It is not good for you. It is not healthy. But that is something I do. I kind of like some of my comfort foods are chips and stuff like that. I feel like if you don't overdo it, it's okay. If chips makes you feel better, it's okay if you don't overdo it. But when I'm more kind of in a situation where I'm really upset, I don't really care about food. I don't care about that stuff. 2 things that I do are I kind of go in my room and I kind of vent out loud the situation. If there's like no one in the house and I'm just kind of by myself, or I'm in an area where I'm all alone, I just really like to kind of vent out the situation out loud to myself as if like I'm talking to my best friend, and just getting it all out and venting and talking about what I don't like about the situation, how I feel, what's the solution, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. And if I'm not in that kind of mood, I really like to get it out on paper. And I know this is like cliche, maybe a lot of people tell you to do this when you're upset. I don't know. But I feel like getting it out on paper and writing it all down just really helps, because it's like, if you keep it all bottled up inside, that doesn't do anything. It just makes you a bitter person. I feel like when I write it down on paper, it kind of cools down the situation. It relaxes it a bit, because it doesn't I feel like when it's all bottled up inside, I'm more of a bitter person because, like all of this is inside, but I can't do anything about it. But once I kind of vent out to myself and write it down on paper, it's kind of like I don't necessarily forget about the situation, but I'm more relaxed, you know what I'm saying? I just feel better, and it just helps. I don't know what it is about it. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not, a therapy person, whatever, but I feel like that one thing, just writing it down and venting to yourself, those two things, venting to myself and getting it down on paper just helps. And after, like, I write it down on paper, I really like to kind of throw it away, rip it up and throw it away. It's kind of like, forget about it. Situation's done. I got all my thoughts out there, rip the paper up, garbage, and the situation's over with, and I'm cool, I'm relaxed. Not all the time. I'm not going to tell you that all the time this works, because it doesn't work all the time, but I feel like it just makes me feel a bit better on the inside. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but it just helps. So, if you guys would tell me, or tell whoever, just let me know. What do you guys do to get through your difficult times? Because I know that, a lot of people do different things, but these are just a couple of things that I do. Or just do something you love, really, to get you through a difficult time. Just kind of forget about the situation, and to just do something you love to forget about the situation. So that's a really good thing that you could do. The next paragraph was about, like, friendship and making friends and stuff like that. And yeah, you're right. I am going through this kind of situation here. I probably have, I think, only 2 of my best friends. No, actually 3. About 3 of my best friends. And a couple of my friends moved far away. And a couple of my friends go to a different high school now. And I feel like, here's the thing, I am really bad with kind of giving advice about friendship, because it's like, or like making friends, because everyone's different, and like, I'm a shy person, so how am I supposed to give advice to someone about making friends if I'm shy? I actually was scrolling on Tumblr, and I found this quote, and it says, "Friendship isn't about who came first and who you've known the longest, it's about who came and never left." And basically what I think this quote means is that just because your bestest friends are your best friends, doesn't mean that they won't leave you, and doesn't mean that they are really good friends. Just because these new people that you know at your school are like your newest friends, just because they're your newest friends doesn't mean that they aren't good friends and that they will leave you. But basically, all that I could say to make friends is join teams, be nice to almost everyone. I say almost because you don't have to be nice to everyone. Yeah, just be nice. And I feel like the more friends you kind of accumulate, the kind of different people you have to kind of hang out with, and like everyone's different. So the more like different vibes you get around everyone is kind of really cool, because you kind of get to pick and choose after that who your really good friends are. And I know this may not come out making sense to you, but it all makes sense in my head, I promise. But I hope this quote kind of just brings a light to your head and be like, oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments below on what you would do to deal with this kind of situation. And I hope that this helped. And you can always message me any situations or problems you have, and I will make a advice video about it. Thanks for watching. Peace and happiness. Deuces.